Morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. This morning I'm out at Lake Hayes and I don't know if you can see this guy here. I'm lucky enough to have the Nikon 800mm 6.3, so super exciting, and this is a part of my testing to see whether I want to change from Fujifilm to Nikon for stills. I'll still probably stick with Fujifilm for some of my video. So yeah, just out at Lake Hayes, we've already been lucky this morning. We've had a couple of species come through. We've had the crested grebe, which is really good because they've got that nice kind of skirt around their head there. We've also had the Australasian coot and I think a New Zealand scope. So it's going pretty well, but we're just really setting up. I've got the tripod kind of half in the water there, and the reason for that is I want to try and get low because we've got some really nice autumn colours in the water, as you can see. So by getting low we'll get that nice coloured reflection with the birds in the background. So the birds seem to be swinging kind of through this section here and then kind of into this little bay and around. So I think I've picked a nice spot, and now we're just going to have to sit and wait and hope we get some more bird and wildlife kind of coming through this section. So see how we go. We're testing the new Nikon Z8 firmware, the 2.0. So far it's been working really well. Still trying to get the subject detection and the autofocus kind of nailed in, but I'm new to the system, so this is going to take time. Proving to be a really good spot because it's almost acting like a photo blind, so the birds can't see me until they get into this area. So I've got, seconds to find focus and to prepare for my shot, but it's given me an opportunity to just sit here and wait. I've just got some great footage of a crested grebe diving into the water, which is great. So I'll show you that as well. Super exciting. And I was a bit worried because I've only got the one battery for the Z8 today, but I've been shooting quite a bit this morning. Still got a full battery. So, I've got things like Bluetooth, some of those other features turned off because I don't use them anyway, and they just drain the battery. But it's been really good. Been shooting a lot of 4K video, a lot of high burst rate images, and still got a full battery. So it's fantastic. So in terms of the battery life, I'm pretty happy at the moment, but obviously if I go this way, I'll make sure I have, probably 2 or 3 of them, just to get me through the mornings while I'm out here. Because the worst thing is, when you're out here shooting, and you miss opportunities because your battery dies. I'm just trying to work out what I've got here. I think it might be a juvenile crested grebe, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just getting some footage of it now, and maybe somebody in the comments can give me a hand. So I'm absolutely loving the 800mm at the moment. It's just got this, it's got that prime lens pop, that you get. Great contrast, great colours. You know, the Z8's been doing a great job at tracking. It almost reminds me of like a 600mm f4, but because you're getting that extra reach, although it's, you know, yeah, it's 6.3, because you're getting that reach, it kind of gives you that really smooth background that you want out of a nice, good quality prime lens. So this is really exciting, because in New Zealand, a lot of small birds, not a lot of big game or that kind of stuff. So for me, reach is really important. So 800mm, even if it's 6.3, is great, because at the moment I'm using the XH2S with the 150 to 600. Now the 150 to 600 gets you that equivalent reach, but it's a smaller sensor and it's at f8. And I just watched the cormorant fly past and I've missed the shot. So now we've got the New Zealand scorps out now. So they're these kind of blackish, brownish, they almost look like ducks. And they have a habit of just diving down into the water. And I was reading last night that this is because instead of kind of flying to avoid threats, they'll actually dive under the water. I think, you know, they're also feeding as well. But yeah, quite an interesting animal and exciting to video and photograph. As I packed down my gear, I just wanted to say thank you again for watching this week's video. It's been a really great experience trying out the Nikon 800mm 6.3 PF lens for the first time. I love its lightweight design, ergonomics. It feels great in the hand, you know, handheld and on the tripod. And, you know, being as I'm working with smaller birds in New Zealand, it's just been great to get that reach on a full frame sensor, and I think the results are really starting to speak for themselves. So if you want to see more of this, and I guess ultimately see what my decision is as to whether I stay with Fujifilm with their X series lineup, whether I migrate to GFX solely, or whether I go with the Nikon Z8 cameras, please subscribe, turn on the notifications, and like this video. And on that note, I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.